Peace, what's up everybody? It's your boy Furious Styles, and this post is going to be titled 20 Colleges. I can't think off the top of my head the name of the young man who got accepted into 20 colleges, but it was a significant achievement. I know for some reason in our culture today we don't seem to put as much value on colleges, but for people when to know, going to college and graduating from college is it's a significant achievement in your life. Now, this young man, I can't think of his name right now, he just happened to get into probably 20 of the top schools in the country. And when I say 20 of the top schools, I'm talking Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Stanford, MIT, all of these different schools. What most people don't know is it's not just one thing that gets you accepted into these, number one, expensive, and number two, rigorous, schools to not only attend, but to stay enrolled in and to get accepted into. So it's a combination of grades, SAT scores. You got to present a complete package to these schools because they are taking the cream of the crop in order for you to attend these schools. So the young man applied, and let's not forget, he also had to pay these application fees to get into these schools. Well, there's been a tradition going on for a couple of years now where kids read their acceptance letters in front of their friends and family, and they make it a big production. That's neither here nor there. I don't necessarily agree with it, but how somebody chooses to celebrate when and where they do something is up to them. So, unbeknownst to the young man, he got accepted into every college he applied to. Let me say that again. He got accepted into every college he applied to. So that means Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Stanford, Brown, MIT, any school you can think of that's in the top 15 to 20 as far as academics or whatever the case may be. This boy got accepted into that school. So this was seen as a significant achievement. Well, lo and behold, a couple of newscasters, they decided to comment on it. I don't remember exactly the terminology of everything, but one thing one of the ladies said was it was obnoxious, and he was probably preventing somebody else from getting into a school. to me, that's the classic sound of a hater. How in the hell can you knock anybody from sending out 20 applications, paying for all 20 of those applications, then getting into all of those schools? That's the definition of a super achiever. He's not settling. He's not having a fallback school. He has a body of work that he's developed over those 4 years of high school. Let me send it out here to everybody and see what kind of offers, what kind of scholarships, and what are these schools going to offer to me to come there. And for this newscaster, for her to say that that's obnoxious, not only is she a hater, but it may be one of the dumbest things I ever heard in my life. See, what people who have low standards of achievement fail to realize is there's a philosophy of having no limits, of having no ceiling, of there being a such thing as there is no achievement I can't attain. What this woman says by saying that that's obnoxious, it shows how limited her mind state is. That's like me, a man, telling her, don't apply to be on the national news. Stay where you're at in that small market. Don't try and go to no big market like Los Angeles or New York. Stay in the third or fourth TV market. Why would you want to go to a larger TV market? You don't have no chance of doing that. A lot of people was trying to put, a racial tint on it or nothing or something. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting any type of racial or anything tint on it. What kind of tint I'm going to put on it is a tint of a hater. Because see, what I'm going to tell my kids, you apply to wherever you want to go. But understand, this is what this school requires. This is what this school requires. You have a lot more information at your fingertips than I did when I went to college. So not only can you make better decisions, you can make more informed decisions, and you can have a clear understanding of the type of school you want to go to. But here it is, you got somebody who's saying that's obnoxious because he's taking the place of somebody else that may be going to college. I'm sorry, taking somebody's place, there's competition. There's competition to get in these schools. Why do you think these parents that are legacies from these schools give donations, get buildings built and slap their name on them? Because see, everybody's child don't necessarily have the grades to go to certain schools. Hell, the president's son-in-law, he didn't have the grades to go to Harvard. But guess what his father did? His father's like, let me gift Harvard just $2.1 million for a building. And what do you know? His son got into Harvard. Did his son take somebody's place? Probably. But did his father give up $2 million for his son to go to Harvard? Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. That's just reality. So don't let me hear some shit about, oh, he's being obnoxious and he took somebody else's place. No. He competed, he got the grades, and he got accepted to 20 schools. So when he picks his school, somebody else, after that deadline passes, somebody else or 19 other people are going to move up on lists that he was on, and they're going to go to the school that he didn't go to. So that whole taking somebody's place, you just sound stupid. I don't know what kind of world you live in where you have people out here that tell you to aim low. You have somebody telling you, don't shoot too high, or I don't want you to, that's not a good thing. Be mediocre. Why don't you settle for this? Why are you trying to achieve that? I don't know about anybody else in this world, but one thing I do know is achievement trumps complacency, and striving for achievement trumps complacency every time. No matter what field of endeavor you go in, sports, entertainment, business, whatever, true achievement beats complacency. You see it all the time. Look at Tesla and the big three car manufacturers. While everybody was out here telling Tesla, or telling Elon Musk, who owns Tesla, what he couldn't do and how he couldn't do this and how that's not possible, the man went out here and built his own car, an electric car at that. Oh, it's not going to sell. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. All I know is there are Teslas on the road now. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't do that. Every time somebody tells someone that they can't do something, somebody finds a way. You see it time and time again. Uber, Lyft, Airbnb. You constantly see examples of people who choose achievement over complacency. There can't be no more greater example of that than Amazon. Jeff Bezos, I think, used to do something with the stock market or maybe investment banking. And, you see the pictures. Amazon was just written on the wall, whatever the example. I'll put the picture up in the thumbnail. Amazon was an idea, and it only intended to be books. But guess what? Somebody had the idea, if I can sell books on there, then I can sell sneakers. Then I can sell t-shirts. Then I can do this, I can do this. Jeff Bezos and Amazon literally cut the retail experience of shopping by a third, maybe even more than that. Anything you get in the store now, you can find online through Amazon, and you can probably beat the price. So now people want to ask me, well, what does Amazon have to do with dude being accepted into 20 colleges? It has to do with achievement rather than complacency. I can give you another example. Blockbuster and Netflix. Blockbuster had the infrastructure, they had the brick and mortar stores, they had the relationships with studios, with movie studios and television companies, and they had a brand. Blockbuster got complacent, they got fat, and they got lazy. And what happened was Netflix was able to find that little crack in their seemingly invincible armor at the time. Blockbuster failed to recognize trends as they were moving. And what do you know? Netflix came, and maybe Redbox even came before Netflix. And you completely decimated the idea of going to a brick and mortar location and renting movies. See, that's the thing I think most people don't realize. There's always somebody out here who's trying to do whatever you're doing, but they want to do it faster, cheaper, and smarter than how you're currently doing. There is always someone out here, I'll say it again, who's trying to do whatever you're doing, whatever your lane is, whatever your endeavor is. There's someone out here who's trying to do it faster, cheaper, and smarter. Why do you think these companies are hiring these kids straight out of Stanford? You're right out of college and you're getting $450,000 as a starting salary for some of these companies. There's a reason why these companies are in San Francisco, in Silicon Valley. And why these colleges around that San Francisco and Silicon Valley area are strictly focused on technology. It's a direct pipeline to these companies. It's a direct pipeline to these salaries that can change your life. So don't tell me about being obnoxious when going to the right school can significantly improve your life. So with that being said, this is your boy Furious Styles. I want to say peace and love out to everybody. If you got comments, put them in the box and below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Peace, I'm out.